Good afternoon and welcome to CTV Sports. My name is Dale Schwetz and we are live from the Grand Champions Polo Club Stadium Field for the finals of the 2025 Sterling Cup, where the Maltese Falcons will defend their title against Globalport today. And you can see the teams down in their tents getting ready to get this game going. We'll have all the players on the field here. Perfect conditions today in beautiful southern Florida. There's a few players out there warming up. Look at the Globalport team going to be in the green and white jerseys today. That looks like Barto Castagnola. There you go, about 86 degrees today. Wind gusting about 22 miles an hour. I was out there earlier today umpiring our 8-goal, and but no chance of rain. So that's going to be a nice setup for today's final. The Sterling Cup is a 22-goal tournament, and both teams coming in at 22 goals today. So there will be no handicapped on the thing. There's the Globalport tent. We call it the locker room, and that's where it all starts, where they all get ready to go. And I'd like to now welcome Mr. Tom Blake to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, Mr. Tom Blake, we want to thank you. As always, Tom, such a fixture here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, doing an amazing job. You can follow Tom Blake on his Instagram, and you can find Tom playing all around the Wellington area at different restaurants and clubs and at the Grand Champions Polo Club. The 22-goal tournament, it is a prestigious, historical, solid gold trophy, and this is one of those tournaments that they all shoot for, and to have two stellar teams playing for today will be awesome. The Sterling Cup was resurrected 9 years ago after 22-year absence. This is making me sound old because I used to play. I played for the Sterling Cup many years at the high goal level, and to know that it was absent for 22 years, but it was brought back by the Grand Champions Polo Club President Melissa Ganzi in hopes of recapturing polo's glory days, and that's what it's done. And I got to tell you, the World Polo League has been such a huge part of that, bringing that 22-goal style. It was the second tournament in the 22-goal. Now, back in the day, we used to play the 22-goal. You'd play the Challenge Cup with That's Challenge Cup. I actually had the opportunity to play with Memo Gracida when the Diaz Blue team with Guy Wildenstein and Julio Ariano. And I talk a lot about being down by 6 goals and winning in the final chucker, a goal a minute. I always talk about it, and that was the tournament we did it in, the Challenge Cup. Then, after the Challenge Cup, was the Sterling Cup, and that was last played in 1995. It was considered one of the biggest attractions. It created 18 teams Put your hands around that. And just some names, some amazing teams. You have the Pegasus team, CS Brooks, Grant Farms, Manor, Revlon, Calumet Farms, Pony Express, Isla Carroll, White Birch, Catamount. And, man, I look at some of those. I actually played with the White Birch team with Adolfo Cambiaso and Mariano. We played with Peter Brandt and Jeff Hall. Also, we had a rotation of players there that played together. But it's just great to have it back, and it's a great trophy, one of the great 22-goal trophy. Ganzi said, we got to interview Melissa, and when it came here in the early 90s and 2000s, you wanted to win the Sterling Cup. Well, they're going to get the opportunity today, so pick your team as we got both of the teams down in the north end zone. Remember this field here at the stadium field. We have Jan Edik Frank, the voice of polo, at the field. So if you are in the Wellington area and you would like to shoot down there and catch this game, you have a little time before they bowl in the first ball for the first chukker of 6 chukkers this afternoon. And as you see the horses kind of moving around down there. We're going to talk about a lot about them. We have different breeding operations. We've been talking about the breeding operations as we have we have, of course, the Santa Rita breeding operation. And we'll go through some of the other ones as we have the Cello one breeding operation, the Celobo with that's going to be Barto Castagnola, and mixing different horses up and different players. We'll give a real proper introduction once they come out on the field and get that ball bowled in. Looks like some of the horses that are coming out early, it looks like Melissa's going to be on Silverleaf, one of her breed right there, beautiful looking dark bay pony. I forgot Gonzalito Pieres, which we have the Pieres, which is Ellerstina and Open. That's their breeding operation. He's riding Ensenada Gilda in the first chukker. And then we have, one of Pablo McDonald's horses under Santi Toccalino. We have Aranita Serrana playing. And then we have Afghana playing under Nic Roldan. So some horses right there, and then they come as you see them walking out. Remember, we do have the courtesy change in place. Halfway through each chukker, the players will have the opportunity to change their mounts. It is not mandatory. It is an official timeout. A lot of times the game's been so wide open, and usually they go ahead and stop that on a on some kind of foul or a dead ball play, which would be a change of possession, a bowl in, or a knock in. A lot of times they will just go ahead and just stop the game, and whoever has control will have a fair play possession. And I'll make sure I point that out to you when it does happen, because when you're playing as fast as these players have been playing on these beautiful horses, when sometimes there's no fouls and they just are running around at full speed as we have our final ride in from all of the players and our mounted officials today, as we have everyone in their spots ready to go. They'll bring them straight to the center here. We're going to have Gaston and we have Danny Wars coming in for the USPA. We'd like to welcome Danny, as very cool having the international umpires, which we have here at the Grand Champion Polo Club with the World Polo League. And we'll bring in our USPA professional umpire, Danny Wars, and we have our third man today, who will be Pepe Rada, and our first player to ride out. Please put your hands together for Melissa Ganzi, playing the #1 position for the Maltese Falcons. Playing the #2 today on 7 goals. Melissa on A-rated will be Nic Roldan in the black helmet. He'll captain the team with the white helmet on, and he's the top captain on 8 goals. Gonzalito Pieres, former 10-goal player. And then the man who did the shot from around the world, making one of our only 2-pointers from center field last year, Santi Toccalino on 7 goals. This is a powerhouse, open running, gunning team. Melissa will play in the front. She'll pull the team, but she will rotate around. And we'd like to welcome for the first time here for Globalport. And it's going to be Stephanie Lueders playing number 1 position on an A-rated. Playing number 2 in the black helmet also. Lucas Diaz Alberdi on 6 goals. And then the number 3 on 6 goals, Beltran Lauhle. And then, well, welcome back. 10 goals, and he's all of it. And sometimes plays 12 when I watch him play. Barto Castagnola. So good luck to Barto and the Globalport team. And we'd like to welcome Stephanie. First time playing here at the Stadium Field at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And I'd like to welcome our umpires, as I said. Danny, a top umpire with the USPA. Gaston, one of our top umpires and managers. Pepe Arada also. We have the IRO is in place. They will be using the challenge system. Remember, they'll get 1 challenge per game. So they're the USPA standard rule, not 1 per half. It'll be per game, so you got to be careful when you use that challenge. All the triggers are in place, and that's when the umpires can use the cameras to check to see if a goal is scored, if it's whether it's in or out. Remember, the ball must go between the posts, cannot go across or above the posts, as the posts are about 8 to 10 inches in diameter. So that's why we have our goal judges behind there. They'll wave the flag high in the air when the ball goes through the goal. They'll wave the flag low when it goes not wide. And when it is wide, you get a knock-in for the opposing team. They can also use the cameras, the umpires, to see if a safety was committed. No different than a corner kick in soccer. When the defending team hits it over their own end line. In polo, they bring it out to the 60-yard line instead of a corner kick, but they still call it a corner in Argentina. Here in America, we call it a safety. It is a penalty 6. It'll be no further than 40 yards from the center. Being the polo field 300 yards long by 160 yards wide, you can understand that 40 yards from the center becomes a very, very big play. So you don't have to hit it on such a big angle. And the reason why they have that ball, they have it in play, is because of the 1 approach and 1 shot on the penalty shots. They also can use the cameras when 2 4-legged athletes come together on a hard ride-off. Anytime 2 2-legged athletes come together on any kind of hard hook or any kind of unsportsmanlike conduct play. And, of course, if they do disagree with the third man and they need to check a play, anytime they can go to the IRO or instant replay official here at the CTV Sports Studios, and he will make the proper call with all the angles he can use. First play of the game here is on the bowling, and if you're new to the game of polo, we will switch directions after every goal. Here's the replay on the bowling. Nick in the black helmet down the side, and right there, actually that was Nick there taking it from Santi Toccalino. Nick sideways when he met that. Wow, not an easy play by Roldan to actually take that ball out of the air, doing about 80 miles an hour. The polo ball does travel a good 120, 1 hit well. So all you baseball players love that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Well, get ready. Horses travel 25, 36 miles an hour, about 500-600 pounds. Here we go. Can be picked up here, taken forward by Barto. On the penalty 5A from Beltran. On the move, Barto. Shot on goal, good D. Ganzi gets his first tap of the day. Pieres looking for Nick. He'll work it into the coffin corner. Good defense here early by the Maltese Falcons. Wow, well done, Roldan, flipping it around on the near side, the left side of the pony, and he says, let me go. Oh, I like this. Change the field. They're dialed in already. Maltese Falcons showing you why they're top players in the world, using them the field perfectly. Melissa's in the spot, but Santi on the rotation. That would give Melissa in the rumble seat. Melly's going to press there, and now get it stolen away by Barto. But look at this. Picked up by Toccalino, and the Maltese Falcons are actually working it down. Ganzi goes riding in, and we got action early here in the first chucker. Beltran leaves it for Barto. Castagnola got a lot of time here. The rotation right now. A little tough. Remember, USPA standard rules now, so they got to go one-on-one with the player. And now that's where they pick them all up. Barto, shot on goal, and he's going to fire one deep and get the high flag and get the first goal of the day. So Barto Castagnola, a little different rotation here. Remember the new blocking rule: when the ball is in play, player must go player to player. You cannot have one player take out the player who is set up with the man with the ball. Barto took advantage of that, and he got a good 60 yards out of it. That's something the Maltese Falcons will have to work on today, because you don't want to give Barto that many yards and time, especially at his handicap. 1 goal to 0 with 5:22 on the clock is going to be Roldan. Nic. Nice ball here. Can Toccalino get there? Gets there on the near side play. Look at Toccalino, and I like when Santi Toccalino goes forward with the number 4 on his back. That is a good power polo play and a very strong way to answer the call early in this Sterling Cup final. Look at this shot. That is not easy. Running full speed, put the man on your hip, and then you got to cut that ball from the right to the left. Santi Toccalino. Getting the ball in, everybody going for it. Face off in hockey, bowling, and polo. Contact after it leaves the umpire's hand. All players cannot make contact until the ball leaves the umpire's hands. Clean there. Ooh, Barto with the little hesitation play. Now he'll shoot one from about 100, but off to the left. Low flag as we get 4:20 on the clock. Hello, Aspen, Colorado. And they will, if you like to play polo in the summer, you can go to AspenValleyPoloClub.com. Get all your information. July, August, into September. Big knock in here by Toccalino, and this is going to be a big part of today's game, is the set plays. Rotation again. Oh, yeah, looked like this. Maybe a little bit of a reach there. Barto's going to go for it. Just kind of test him here a little bit early. You make the call. It's going to come off the boards now. If it doesn't go past Barto's boot, then he's reaching. So, good call here. Almost there, Barto. But we'll go ahead and use a courtesy change here with 3:47 on the clock. And they'll switch them up a little bit. Each player having different horses. It looks like Gonzalito's going to get on Catwoman. And Melissa's going to stay on Silverleaf. Remember, it's not mandatory. Vincetta will be for Toccalino. On the, looks like on the other side, Stephanie's also going to stay on her first chucker horse. As I said, some players will change, some players will not. And the courtesy change doing such a great job with the safety of the four-legged athlete, making the game, for me, a lot faster and competitive. And to add to that, also, you see less fouls in the game based on players knowing that they're never really on a tired horse. So they have that opportunity. Now, they can change again if they want to. And so they will. Looks like Lucas is going to get on a horse named Scrum to be his first spare. Some say, we're going to get the penalty 5A or 5B from the center on the reaching call. And it's going to be picked up here and hit very deep by Toccalino. Remember, the man who scored. Oh, yeah, it's Nic Roldan. Well, 2 goals by the Maltese Falcons, both of them on near side shots. One was a near side open shot by Toccalino. This is just a brilliant hit ball, and everybody's on fresh legs here. Look at Roldan. He almost goes for the near side tail or belly, or making up shots as he goes along. Well done, Nic. Nic, highest rated American players. Him and Gonzalito Pieres, or him and Paulito Pieres. Paulito actually the highest. And they're going to win some bowlings here. So, with a 2-1 lead, nice back shot here. It looks like we're going to send Beltran forward here. Good pickup. Or is that Lucas? No, it's going to be Beltran. Very good with the polo ball, Lauhle. Keep an eye on him. And this guy's a grinder right here. Dad Peaky was an amazing player. Lucas. Done very, very well. I know his daddy's happy about that. Shot on goal, but this ball is going to go just wide to the right as Roldan will escort that one off the field, and we'll get them lined up here on another knock-in. Now, I had the opportunity to watch this team practice, and they mix it up very well on their knock-ins. Toccalino will take them, but sometimes you'll see Ganzi come around. But there's a lot of movement. They use the angles. They use the different plays. Lucas is going to come in here from behind, and now we're going to see what they call here. Did the ball get there in enough time for Gonzalo, number 3 with the white helmet, to keep this ball on his offside? We'll see what our mounted officials decide. Very tough call there as they come in from behind, and we'll see what they which way they go with it. So it looks like they are going to call him riding in from behind. Remember, the right-of-way is it's a lot wider than than a lot of players look at. So in this case, even where Gonzalito's, he puts his mallet out wide. Now, a player can ride in from the outside and come from the near side, which is odd. You don't see that play happen that much because most of the high goal players understand if you do come in there, you just get hooked and they take it away from you. So you want to try to come to the side and make a ride off. I think Lucas thought he had the right of way there. So we'll go to 5B from center. And Santi's going to pull out the driver, and this one's got legs. It's got eyes. Will it go? Well, there you go. 155, 56, 57, 58 is still rolling. 160. Well hit Toccalino off to the right side, though. But you got to watch out because when Toccalino gets hot, he's already shown us that he can make some great shots from center, and we're seeing a lot of goals from center field. Lario Figueres made one the other day. He told me today it was the first center goal he had hit. 5B. Not easily done. Melissa has the right of way. Whoa, look at Melly riding that one out, taking out her man, leaving it for Gonzalito. And well done, Melissa Ganzi. This is a great play, controlling her right of way there, giving Gonza the opportunity. Watch, Melly's going to spin around her quickly. They all come in. Then they come together there. She keeps her line, leaves it for Gonzalito. Rock and roll, man. That's good polo. And they'll come back to the center. So good teamwork here early by the Maltese Falcons. And everybody scoring goals. Nic, Gonzalito, and Santi. Melly now has a chance. A little bit too far. Picked up and controlled by Lucas. And he'll spin it back to the inside, and he's got Beltran in the rumble seat. He says, no, I got it. Let's go. Let's send Barto forward, and Barto's on a flyer. Watch out, the chestnut pony. Good recovery by Toccalino, but it is Barto. Good control. Gets some help now from Lucas. Barto gets by 1, 2, shot on goal. This one's going to bang the middle of it. Look at that ball, boy, by Barto Castagnola, and that'll end the next chucker. That'll end our first chucker. What a play here by Barto. Good ball control. Love the chestnut. We'll get a name on her in a minute. Snuck by one player here. Goes to the open space. See how he taps it away from the ball? Then fires it back through the goal. Great finish. We'll get everybody on some fresh horses, and we'll be back. 2025 Sterling Cup Final.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
So they come back on here. Welcome back to the second chukker of the 2025 Sterling Cup Final. 22 goals live from the Grand Champions Polo Club Stadium Field. Beautiful weather today in the 80s, but nice and breezy, 22 mile an hour. Might gonna come into play too much on the breakaway plays or goal shot penalties. And at the moment, we have Globalport. They're in the green and white jerseys. Is that we have Stephanie Lueders playing the number 1 A-rated. Welcome, Stephanie. Lucas Diaz Alberdi on 6 goals. Beltran Lauhle playing the number 3 on 6 goals. And Barto Castagnola, 10 goals, 22-goal team. Maltese Falcons in the red, defending champions. And Melissa Ganzi playing the number 1 on an A-rated. Nic Roldan, number 2 on 7 goals. Gonzalito Pieres, former 10-goaler, on 8 goals. And Santi Toccalino on 7. And both teams coming out strong here early. Barto scoring both goals for Globalport. And Maltese Falcons mixing it up very well. Melissa doing her job in the front and in the middle of the game, controlling some right-of-ways, having her boys line out, and then everybody scoring goals. Nick, Gonzalito, and Santi. They're going to win the first bowling of the second chukker and get control. Turned around. Good ball control here. Lauhle going to find Castagnola. A little miss hit, no problem. He'll regroup. Going to keep it in behind them and moving the ball well, so no need for the delay. Override. Good read. Good control by Roldan. Nick. Now Lauhle with the ride-off. Give and go. Picked up by Lucas. Looking for the open Lauhle. He has him. Beltran. He'll slow it down. Brings it to the inside. Left inside. Good steal by Roldan. Little bit of a change in the game. We got Ganzi going forward. Couldn't get the release. Under the neck. Controlled by Lucas. Diaz Alberdi off the boards. Nicely placed. One time. Looking center. He's got Lauhle. Beltran. Coming in from left to right. Good ball control between 2 red players. Good drop here. Oh, bounces off a pony. Bad luck. Good read, though, by Barto, and I like the non-call as Ganzi was still trying to get out of the hole there. You can see he kind of stutter stepped. No dangers. The window was opening still. Between the legs, they're going to have to give one shot here. And you're going to get a whistle here. Now, tough play because I think that Ganzi thought that he might be pulled out. Like, it bounces off here, so you got to give one play. Well, there's one play. Then it bounced off another horse, and you still have to give him a play. I don't think Gonzalito actually saw that they still were there. A little miscommunication there by the Maltese Falcons team. And they will go with the 2, though. They're not going to go with the 1. Remember the penalty 1, automatic goal, then possession back at the center. Goal basically states fouling a player to try to save a goal in the vicinity of the goal. That was more melee kind of play, try to get position plays. Open goal penalty 2, 30-yard strike. Barto. 3 for 3, Castagnola. He's a goal-scoring machine. And by the looks of the style that the Globalport team is using, they're definitely working for him, which is not a bad style. I agree with that. Lucas is a working machine. So is, we've got to see Beltran play in the 8 goal or the 12 goal Grand Champions Polo Club. So he's very good with the ball. And but when they get working for Castagnola, and he becomes he gets going. Boy, you got to watch out. So Maltese Falcons will apply the pressure. This one bounces off Pony. Good bounce for Beltran, and he'll control once again. Lauhle. Good move across the center, trying to get to some open space. Good read there by Santi, only giving him enough. That's going to make it difficult on the shot. Santi Toccalino does his job, gets them to hit the ball off the field, and they'll line up for another knock-in. Going with Toccalino on the knock-ins. I told you they will mix it up a little bit, but they'll wait. A lot of movement by Gonzalito and Nic. Nic's going to come in from right to left. 22-goal polo at its finest. First one to the ball. Love the non-call. Window staying open. Barto. Castagnola. Keeping it moving. Santi just trying to contain. Barto trying to keep it out in front. Now he goes, oh, I like it. He's got that move down. Whoa, leaning way back. Loose ball play. And whistle on the play. 3:46. And let's see what happens here. So Barto's coming around here, but he reaches way back, but then he spins it. You got to give him one there. And we'll see what they decide to do. Based on him spinning it back, I think that's what Gonzalito right there, number 3, talking to umpire Juarez, getting his final call on it. Top professional umpire with the USPA, Danny. Known for many years, actually used to play a lot of polo with each other and against each other. California, Florida circuit, California circuit. And they're going to go and give the penalty 2 here. Now, Barto did have control. He spun it around, and he spun it around very quick. I think that's what probably Ganzi was talking to him about. Do they have to give him a play when he spins it that quickly and decides to hit it towards another player? And he might, he doesn't have a point there. Remember, the rules are made to speed the game up, so you got to be careful. Now, Barto does it at a very high level. It wouldn't be 10 goals if he didn't. So, being that he's blocked there a little bit also by one of the Maltese Falcons players, they have to give him one play. And so, probably easy goal. Better put him on the line here and make him earn it. But he's going to go ahead and hit the 30-yard penalty 2, and that shouldn't be a problem for Barto. So Barto will get the the 2 and then come back to the center. And we'll get ready for another bowl-in. And it's been pretty even on the bowl-ins as they'll take that 1-goal lead, 4-3 now. Now, Maltese Falcons winning the bowl-ins and trying to keep it moving. They're going to find Roldan. Nic's done a good job being in front and playing in number 2 position. Look at this ball as he lays it inside the red zone, but off to the right side. And they'll get the low flag, and we'll get the knock-in. So everybody on fresh legs here after the courtesy change and the penalty 2 from Barto. So wouldn't be surprised you don't see maybe some power polo plays here as everybody is on. Some very nice horses as they work this one across the field. Good read by Roldan. Nic going to hit one, though, off the field, and they'll line him back up for another knock-in for the Globalport team. So, right at the moment, neutral polo being played, and the Maltese Falcons keeping Globalport at least on their side. On the outlet pass, going to be knocked across and picked up and controlled again by Barto. And as I said, it looks like that's the man, that's the play. They're using them. And maybe they're going to find Stephanie here on the good side. In a good spot. Oh, she overrides. Had a good area, though, on a good right-of-way. Turned around quickly and controlled. Nic under the neck with it, going for Gonzalito. Good passing here by the Maltese Falcons. Cross the center. Picked up quickly by Roldan, and he is quick with the stick. Yep. And you're going to see that one. And that's a good play to put on a catch tape, because you got the right-of-way right there. You see the white line, and you can see the ball was going with the white line. Keep an eye on it. Watch when Nick picks it up on the near side. Now it's going down the field. Doesn't hit the horses. He's still going down the line there, and then the Toccalino will ride it out. Catch the Globalport player coming from left to right on a right-of-way violation. Within a stride and a half. Penalty 5A from the spot. Now, when Toccalino made his from center last year in the World Polo League, it was a 5A from the spot. But it was actually 5 yards on the other side of center. That's not in play today, the two-point conversion. That was just a tournament committee play that was used in the World Polo League. They'll add those in every so often. Good 1-2 play here, though, by Gonzalito Pieres. Wow, what a shot by Gonzalito on the near side, but even a better steal by Barto. And fantastic polo by two stellar players there, kind of showing each other, hey, you can shoot it, well, I can take it now. We got Barto, he's on the move. Beltran with the drop. Lucas and Beltran been working well here. Lucas is going to drive one home. Does he get it, or off the left side? Still on the field, controlled by Toccalino. Santi doing a good job controlling that back space for the Maltese Falcons. Inside the final 30 seconds here of the second chukker. Maltese looking for the equalizer. Ganza looking for Melissa. Backed up cleanly. And out of the air, but that ball, ooh, now are we going to call on it or not? Well, we will find out what they decide there, because remember, even if the ball is in the air, there still is an imaginary line that the players must honor. So we'll see what our Mount officials decide. We'll get both teams on some fresh ponies, and we'll be right back. Stay with us here at CTV Sports 2025 Sterling Cup Final. World Polo League is back. Okay, welcome back. Let's take a look at this, the play at the end of the second chukker. Remember I told you about the ball being in the air. See, when it goes up in the air like that, let's see when a player is up in the air or if a player's following the ball. So a little difficult for us to tell from that angle, but the umpires are looking at that. So we'll see if they decide. It looks like we have some new horses out there, and it looked like Melissa Ganzi is actually on, well, one of Adolfo Cambiaso's breed, Dolphina Solista. And so shout out to La Dolphina. And they have a number of different horses. They are going to get the right-of-way violation here. It's going to go in favor of the Maltese Falcons. Looks like we've got Nic's on Rosetta, this chucker. And, this is kind of interesting, too. We have Santi Toccalino riding one of what's Open Conga, which is one of Gonzalito Pieres' breed. So a lot of different breeding operations out there, different horses. Love to see that. And I hope you guys are enjoying that. We're trying to touch on as many as we can. It looks like we have Siempre Mafalda for Gonzalito Pieres. What a captain. Got to play with Gonzalito Pieres when he was 9 goals. He came here to the States to play. I played the 26 goal with him in Boca Raton at the now defunct Royal Palm Polo Club. Amazing captain, unbelievable polo player, comes from the dynasty family. Big shout out to his father, Gonzalo. He was my favorite player when I was a kid. On the move, and with the open goal penalty shot here, and they're going to put that one away. So good shooting. And everybody's is a very strong penalty shooter on the Maltese Falcons. I wasn't sure who was going to shoot them. I think they switch around probably on the horses. That probably makes a difference when you ride some horses. Some players like to hit penalties on certain horses. We have, I think Stephanie is on Baby Doll, this chucker, coming out for the Globalport team. And we'll get to a few of the other ones as they roll along here. Back to the action as the ball's going to go off to the field, off the side, 4-4. Very tight game in this first half. And it still feels a little bit like each team's kind of feeling each other out. A lot of good passing, very clean. Not a lot of, we had a couple penalty twos, but that's pretty much it. And here comes Stephanie. She's going to get an opportunity out here. Lueders, well done. Lueders gets a piece of it. And then he gets backed out and taken out now by Toccalino. Santi wins a ride-off. Wants to try to get away from Barto. Bounces off the pony. And quick line change. Good read here by Gonzalito Pieres. And looked like the mounted official's right there in the pocket, as we say. Let's check it out. It's going to go into the corner, right into the boards. It comes off the boards with on a little bit of an angle. Then it bounces there. And, yeah, just bad luck for Barto. It hit up underneath his horse. And quick line change. Penalty 5A. It'll be picked up here by Toccalino. Toccalino looking for Nic a lot. Looks like they're using Nic, and that's going to leave Ganza to go ahead and captain from the center. And now Nic's going to get out in front, and Melly will fill in behind. So rotation working well here as Nic comes flying in there, and the sword fight starts with Lauhle. Roldan. Toccalino says, let me get a little bit of it. Now, the 3 reds. Oh, look at the 3 amigos working well together. Looking for Melly. They got her right out in front. Melissa going to leave it here for Toccalino. Good read, good communication. Taken out and controlled by Barto. So, Maltese Falcons keeping the pressure on Globalport. And they're going to use Stephanie again here. And going to be picked up, though, quickly by Toccalino. And now you get the full man rotation. Is now Nic in the back with Ganza, who will try to work this one down. He's got Toccalino and Melissa out in front. Gonzalito working it to the corner. Shot on goal, Ganza, off the pony of Castagnola. No problem, Barto says. Thank you, sir. Leaves it for Beltran. Beltran leaves it for Lucas. Lucas going to drive one home, looking for Barto. Drive for show, putt for dough. Great drive, but no putt. As they're going to dodge a bullet there because Barto usually takes that one right to the hoop, but Beltran will recover. Great passing by both teams. using the tail shots and the open back shots. Barto's going to have room to work here around the 80. Tries to get it by Ganza. Gonzalito hits it off his own horse on the quick line change. Goes across the field. Beltran will back it up. And they come together on the whistle. So 3:37 on the clock. You'll probably get a courtesy change here also. And you make the call. Comes off the pony right there. That's a quick line change. And lesser angle. And then he pushes it to the inside and probably riding in from behind. We'll let the umpires work that one out, though. See what they decide on the field. And, again, as I said, Grand Champions Polo Club, covering everything from 6 to 26 goals. We talk a lot about it, and we are honored, and we really enjoy the ability to watch the lower leagues develop as they do. And when you can give them as much coverage and focal, and I can tell you from the players, parents, and that are coming, because all these young players and up-and-coming superstars that are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goals, for at least for the 0-goal players to 5-goal players, 6-goal players that are playing in the 6, 8, 12. They enjoy the coverage. They use the coverage to prepare themselves along with these high goal teams. And as we've said many times, the horsepower today is just incredible, increíble, for every league that we watch. 22 goals, though, here. And at the moment, we are 4-4 in a very clean and great passing battle between these two teams. Barto from about a hundo. Off to the side. So the stats are going to come in big here at halftime, and make sure you wait for those stats, because I'm going to be interested to see how many both teams have missed, how many knock-ins they've taken. That's the one stat you want to watch out for, because at the moment, both of these teams are getting shots on goal. They just been a little left, a little right, and both teams have missed a few. So that will come into play, especially with a 4-4 game. Outlet pass, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter play, as we've seen the Maltese Falcons use a number of different plays. Oh, man, that hit Barto hard. God, dog. Yeah, we're going to take some time here. Yeah, we're definitely going to get him checked out. So they'll have the medics come out here. Nic trying to get that ball by Barto. And that it's been it's tough. So we'll make sure Barto's okay here. The Sterling Cup has featured several historic moments, and I think you'll find this very interesting, including the 2018 Sterling Cup. And I know a lot of people probably remember this, but the 2018 Sterling Cup tournament is when Adolfo Cambiaso played with Mia and Perotto. They made history by winning their first ever high goal tournament together. And I remember this alongside with teammate Magoo Laprida. And Magoo is just a perfect teammate for Mia and Perotto, who were very young at the time, and now have gone on to be, well, Mia, one of the top women players in the world, and Perotto, top man players, and playing great polo. I had the opportunity to talk to Mia and about her. She has a breeding operation too, and it's called Calibre, and that is, I hope I'm saying it right, but hummingbird in English. And she was very okay. We're going to take a little break here. We want to get him checked out. He did get hit with a ball, Barto. So this is a good time. Get yourself a snack. We'll be right back. We're just going to take a little break. Stay with us.
7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
Polo that has been, I guess, adopted to a higher level. If you're trying to block a player and you do get hit with a ball, then that's a different story. But if you're in a position where you're clearing or you're trying to let the player, and a player mishits a ball into you or your horse, they will call a foul. So it is a judgmental call to the umpires. But right here, they felt that Barto was giving room to Nic. Mishit, just kind of a mishit, because of course he's not trying to hit a player. So penalty 5A in favor of the Globalport team. And here we go with 2:36 left before the halftime. It's 4-4, and they're going at it. So each team would love to go in up by another goal. Barto seems that he recovered quickly. Good D. Now, non-call, no block. Good D. Well done. Nic, that's a perfect example of someone using themselves or their horse to block the play. And it does help out, and it is a part of the game of the polo because horses are the true athletes and a part of the game. But on the other call, great call by the umpires to give Barto that 5A. I think they did that perfectly today. On the move is going to be taken care of and moved along. Melissa's going to get a piece of it. Lucas, dealing with a lot of red jerseys, is going to find Beltran. And Lauhle will leave it for the man. Barto's going to work it to the outside. He's got Beltran in the rumble seat. Melly's going to rotate around, cause a little commotion in the middle. Shot on goal. Oh, wow. He is doing his gig. 5 goals on the day, Barto Castagnola. 3 from the field, 2 from the penalty line, and they gave him 2 open goal penalty twos. I talk a lot about this 60 to 80. See the white line there? That first one is 60 yards away. Don't be surprised and just count how many goals are scored between that line and 20 yards back, which would be 80 yards. Roldan, Toccalino, Pieres, Lauhle, Alberdi, that just seems to be an area of the field that players have opportunities, as they're going to try to go by 2 here, as Beltran's going to fire his first shot on goal. And was that Beltran or was that Lucas? And I believe it was Lucas. Good job, Lucas, Diaz Alberdi. Great time here. Now, this is about the same area. Now, he gets it inside the 60, but now he's got to shoot it between there. Santi's trying to kill the angle, and it goes right to the Tato's banner. Tato's mallets. And that will end our, first half. So here comes our stats. 2 goal difference here going into the halftime break. Everybody will go to their 10, so work it out. Here are our stats. Let's look at this. Shots on goal. Makes sense. Globalport's had a few more, but not that many. But there are those knock-ins that's where it goes back and forth. They both teams, 5 goals missed by Globalport, 4 missed by the Maltese Falcons. They'll adjust going in the second half. And then fouls committed, 6-4, not bad. You might want to clean that up a little bit, Maltese, but they've been giving a lot of 5s, A's, and 5 B's. All right, we're going to go to a break for halftime and take a little break, and we'll be back for our second half of the 2025 Sterling Cup Final.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
Have an opportunity. Santi Toccalino gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
Have an opportunity. Santi Toccalino gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post. Well, welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, live for the 2025 Sterling Cup Final, 22 goals. We are just coming out of halftime, and very close first half. They turned it on 6-4 right now, and it was 4-4 for a long time. And then Globalport just finished strong. He's two great goals, one by Barto, another one by Diaz Alberdi. And if you're just joining us, welcome to CTV Sports. Thank you for joining us here from the beautiful Grand Champions Polo Club as our teams are getting organized. Globalport in the green and white today with Stephanie Lueders playing the number one on A-rated, doing a good job playing in front of the pack, trying to pull a team. She's been in some nice positions. Horses look great. Diaz Alberdi playing the number 2 on 6 goals. Beltran Lauhle playing the number 3 on 6 goals. And Barto Castagnola, 10 goals, playing the number 4 position. He has 5 goals on the day. Lucas has 1. Maltese Falcons in the red jerseys. Ganzi on an A-rated, playing the number 1. Nic Roldan playing number 2 on 7 goals. Gonzalito Pieres playing the number 3 on 8 goals. and Santi Toccalino playing number 4 on 7 goals. 2 goals by Nic, one from the field, one from the penalty line. Another goal by Ganzi and Santi. Melissa doing a fantastic job in the front of the game. She's in there. She's coming back on defense. Both the ladies today, Stephanie and Melissa, as this has been very fast, open, passing, running, gunning polo. Only goal shot penalties were 2 2s and a 3. Everything else was either a 5A or B, and they have been letting them play. 2 Mount officials on the field. Gaston Dorniak, one of our top international umpires with the World Polo League. Danny Suarez doing the job for the United States Polo Association, top professional umpire. Pepe Arada, our 3rd man. IRO in the CTV Sports Studios. And we are underway as Toccalino puts one on a silver platter for Gonzalito Pieres, and Ganzi is going to go ahead and take away. And as I said, they are letting them play. I'm enjoying the distances. 22 to 26 goal polo. You know, a lot of times it's the first player to the ball the way you look at it, as long as there's no danger. And consistency is a big part of the Mount officials, and they have done a good job in the first half. Back and forth, picked up now and controlled by Castagnola. Barto, riding one of his own breed here, the Chalo breed. And now this one will go into the corner, but Toccalino, he's going to say, well, I thought he might just let that one go out and regroup, but no, I'm going to go ahead and save it. Miss hit. Good read by Gonzalito. Oh, pump fake, misses it, lets it go by. Barto doesn't fall for it. And that can be trouble anywhere around that 40-yard line. This is just a broken play. Santi went for the overhit, kind of went too short. I thought Ganzi was going to meet this one. He went to back it and just said bad luck. And then Barto was in the perfect spot. You can see right there, Ganzi wasn't happy with himself. Had on his helmet. Thought he might take it forward. He went for the back shot, which I know why he went for the back shot, because he had Barto with him. Why not? 10 out of 22 goals. We got him on your hip. Hit the ball somewhere esse. I mean, that's what he would tell his players to do. And this Globalport team has definitely worked a lot of plays with Barto. 2 players are going to come together here. I think they're coming down the far left side. And we are going to go to a little commercial break here. We'll make sure everything's taking care of everything on the field. And stay with us. We're right back. Sterling Cup 2025.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chuckles and Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chocolate Cocktail, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Have an opportunity. Santi Toccalino gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post. Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz as we're in the middle of the second half of the 2025 Sterling Cup final, 22 goals. A little break in the action there. We do thank you for your patience. And, of course, safety always first, so we just had two players come together. One player trying to go from, actually, Nic Roldan had control of the ball. He took it from left to right, was looking to shoot a goal. Had another player from the Globalport team, Diaz, Alberdi, come in from right to left. Tried to make a hook on him, kind of got over the top of it. Horses made contact. And but all the horses are fine. I want to thank all of our veterinarians, especially Darren Tamplin, our in-house veterinarian here at the Grand Champions Polo Club, and all of our paramedic staff who checked everybody out. Nicky had no problem, and a superior athlete, I must say, Nic Roldan. But he actually rode the play out pretty well. And then, but we did it. Diaz Alberdi did go down with the horse. For safety issue, he is okay to all of our fans, but for safety reasons, they've advised for him to be replaced, and so Lucas was fine with that, and we are going to welcome Mr. Mariano Obregon, Nino. 6-goal player also, very well schooled at the high goal levels, and I know if you watch polo, you know the Obregons as, well, we've been watching Benja play, the 14-year-old. They're one of the youngest Obregons that were playing. But Augustine, the whole family plays here at the Grand Champions Polo Club and other polos. So we welcome Mariano. Good luck, Mariano, and the Globalport team. And, of course, we give all our thoughts to Lucas. I had the opportunity to see Lucas. He was fine. He was walking around the tent. And, like I said, just for safety reasons, they're going to go ahead and do it. Now, remember, this is the final, and the Maltese Falcons, they're defending champions, so they're trying to get another win here. But on Tuesday, March 20th, the Banda Gutierrez Memorial USPA Gold Cup subsidiary is going to be going on, and this same team that's now playing with the Maltese Falcons, they are going to be playing under, and I am very happy to say, the Satai from Miami Beach, Florida, one of our title sponsors for the beach polo. And if you do the beach polo down in Miami, and I suggest you get on it, if it's been moved in November. What a fantastic! We have the Satai has been involved for every year. They're major polo sponsors, just in an incredible resort on the beach. If you have the opportunity to please go down there and stay, you will never want to leave. Trust me. They're going to go up against BTA. And then Globalport at 3 p.m., will go up against Pilot. So those are some great games for you. We're going to get an open goal penalty out of this. It was a penalty on the play. Open goal penalty 2. Gonzalito Pieres will get the equalizer. When we left here, it was 6-5, with one goal being scored by Gonzalito and Toccalino and Santi Toccalino. Nic with 2, and now we have Gonzalito. He picked up 1 in the 4th. Now he's picking up another penalty 2. On the other side, Barto Castagnola has 5 goals, and Lucas had 1 before he left the game. And we'll get all our bowlings right here on Diaz for the professional umpire for the USPA. International Rule Tournament conditions. They bowl in from one side of the field, and then they switch over for the second half right under our high cam. So you'll have the enjoyment of watching those bowl-ins up close and personal. What a shot here by Mariano Obregon, feeding it right to Barto on a silver platter. Welcome to the 2025 Sterling Cup Final, Mariano. This is the first ball he touched. Look at this open cut back shot by Mariano Obregon. Keeps it on the field. It makes it even easier for Barto to slam the next shot. And Barto will pick up goal number 6. Back and forth, nip and tuck, 8-6 now. As they come down around the corner, and Barto. Barto, and that's how you win the bowling and get the power polar play going. And when you get that power polar play going, well, that's what happens. Golazos. Barto picking up another. Castagnola gets out in front there. Now, most of the time in the bowling, in the game of polo, when a player does get free out of the bowling on a true breakaway, there's nothing you can do but hope they miss, especially at this level. It is a lottery, the bowling. You never know how that ball's going to bounce out. There are plays that the players do set up, how they watch each player, if they're going to work the ball out the front or out the back. But a lot of times it is determined on just how the ball bounces like that off a pony or off a mallet when it does leave the umpire's hand. Up and turned around, controlled around by Toccalino. Once again, if you just joined us, Stephanie Lueders playing the number 1 on A-rated for Globalport. We have Mariano Obregon in the number 2 position. Beltran Lauhle playing the number 3. And what a shot here by Santi Toccalino, who he's going to find Nic Roldan, and Nic, the stick, is just going to drive one right down the center, and he is a hell of a golfer, this guy. So well done, Roldan, picking up another power polo play goal for the Maltese Falcons. Back and forth now, nip and tuck with a 2-goal difference. Bowlings have been big, and they were pretty even after the first half. We saw those on our stats. We'll have those stats for you at the end. I want to thank our crew here. They do a great job with them. They tell you everything about the games, and the players use those stats to actually get ready for different games and to adjust their team play. And I want to thank the players for giving us that feedback. It's always nice to hear that. And the coaches. A lot of the coaches that are out there coaching, they use the stats and the coverage here we do at CTV Sports. Just off the left side on the shot on goal there by the Maltese Falcons. And now a little different setup. It looks like Beltran. Melissa Ganzi playing the 1, Nic playing the 2, Ganza playing the 3, and Santi Toccalino playing the 4, just to bring you up to speed if you did tune in a little later here in our 4 chucker. And Stephanie's going to get a run there. She gets a piece of it, pulling the team nicely. Tail shot off the side. The Maltese Falcon using the boards perfectly as the 5th man. Comes off the boards. Good reach play and pick up here. Turn and burn by Beltran. Looking for Mariano. Obregon off the back of the pony. Bad luck. Good non-call. Too far to the inside. Toccalino reads it perfect, and Santi Toccalino back on fire, and that's going to end our 4 chucker play. So here we go, 2-goal difference. Should be an exciting 5th and 6. Mariano seems to be organized already, which is good for Globalport, but we'll see who pulls out the win today. Stay with us. We'll be back for our fifth chucker play.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
If you are in the area, I suggest you make your way to Sunset Chuckers and Cocktails, because this is the fun type polo match. It's where everyone's relaxed and chilling, just having a great time. We have great hors d'oeuvres and a special drink for the day.
When I founded the Taqueria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Welcome back. Taqueria, right around the corner from here, one of our title sponsors for a lot of our tournaments. Make sure you stop in. Covering everything you need for your horses or your riding. And it doesn't matter what style of riding that you are involved in. The Taqueria can take care of all your needs. All the different disciplines from dressage, jumping, hunter jumpers, and polo. They are a fantastic group. And Tony Capola and it's a family-run business, just been around forever. We love them. And don't forget about Sunset Chuckers and Cocktails. Remember, bringing music and polo together, it's been so much fun. It is a learning type setup for beginner players. So if you are a beginner player, you definitely need to go to gcpolo.com. Look for Cale Newman or Juan Bellini's name. Their numbers will be there, and you can get in touch with them. Ask them about Polo on Demand. Also, if you are a rider or player, and when I say rider or player, if you're doing, we have a lot of crossover dressage and jumpers and hunter jumpers that come into polo, which is easier for them, but we do teach you how to ride at the polo school, and the polo school is in session. So if you'd like to take some classes, and you might have the opportunity to play in Sunset Chuckers and Cocktails, where you meet some great pros and you play in controlled, safe polo, where we bring great DJs together with music and, of course, with cocktails and that beautiful sunset. Here we go. Fit Chucker, 2 different goal difference. Oh, Gonza wanted that one. I like the change here. Definitely Gonzalito was floating a little more in the first half, kind of feeling it out and using the boys. And when I say that, well, and the girls, because Melly was coming back and forth and going forward. She made some good plays and established some lines using Nic and Toccalino. Toccalino running forward. But now Gonzalito has gone to a different kind of style, and I love that because that shows you just what a great captain is, and Maltese Falcons showing Globalport a different look. Now, we do have a replacement. If you just join us, as Mariano Obregon right there, replacing Lucas Diaz Alberdi. And it has been nip and tuck ever since. Very easy to follow Mariano. He's got the tan pants on here, wearing the number 2 and purple helmet, purple and red. It's like a red chin strap. Backed up here by Melissa, and that's what she usually does. Gets that right away established. Well read, though, by Beltran Lauhle. Controlled and turned. Toccalino never wastes any time. Keeps the ball moving. Looking for Nic. Nic comes from right to left. Now he's got to deal with Barto. They've been going at it today. Good play by Roldan. And whoa, whistle on the play. So does he get stuck behind? Let's watch a replay. He might get stuck on behind and get caught on the cross hook on the turn. Barto gets around, watch this. Yeah, right there. He's on the opposite side when he actually makes that hook. And you notice how high that he hooked him? He actually hooked him right below his hand. I mean, that's a pro play, okay? So don't try to make that play if you're not a pro. Because the hand, if you do hit the hand, it is a penalty. But that's where you got to try to get Barto because his head of his mouth is so far out in front. Nic goes for the high hook, but it's a clean, safe hook, and it is legal, but his horse was on the other side. Cross hook is the call, penalty 5A on the shot. Right down the center, Barto's going to leave it down for his team, but good D by Toccalino, and he's going to open this one up, and we got a foot raise. Yeah, man, here we go as Nic Roldan's going to run in there very quickly and control for Maltese Falcons. I like that they send Toccalino forward. He's going forward all day, and this has been very helpful on the offensive attack. Good play by Obregon to keep Toccalino away for it. Turn and burn by Beltran, and he's got, well, the man going forward once again, Barto. Mariano breaks the ball in half. And that almost looks like perfectly in half. I remember the rules of the game. You are allowed to play the larger part of the half if it keeps moving. When the stops, they'll blow it dead, and you get a bowl in from the center to the boards, wherever the larger piece is actually at. But remember that you are allowed to play the larger piece, so a lot of times if you do break a ball inside the 60-yard line, you can at least try to take a shot at goal. A lot of players will just let those balls die, and then they'll just go to a bowl-in, but always keep that in mind that it is a legal play until you hear the whistle from the mound officials. Looking for a clean lineup here because opportunity for Globalport is there just around the 60-yard line. It's going to go through the backside and controlled by Barto. Good job by Maltese trying to keep as much pressure and under come for the double team here. And I don't know how Castagnola does it. Oh, well done, Roldan. Nic's going to lean out there and get that hook and then drops it perfectly for Toccalino. He's going to drive one home. And Stephanie will get there before everybody. She leaves it for Obregon. Nino goes off the horse, and that's going to work in favor of the Maltese Falcons. You need to be careful of that. 9 times out of 10 when the ball does hit a horse, the opposite team does get it. Shot on goal by Toccalino off to the right side, though. And Lauhle will open it up. And a whistle on the play. So not enough angle, and you can see Barto pointing to the angle. He wanted more angle there. Watch this open back shot. It comes too straight back. And when it comes straight back, then that gives the man that's there the right of way, and Barto gets caught on the right of way violation. We're going to use a courtesy change here. Perfect time to talk about angles in the game of polo, and that's what it's all about. It is a chess game. We talk about that at 35 miles an hour. But angles are everything, and then when you can use the angle, it keeps your opponent away from stealing the ball or catching you on a foul. That's why Barto was kind of pointing out to Beltran, give me more angle, where if he had more angle there towards the boards, then Beltran, the Beltran Castagnola connection, Barto would have been perfectly set up, but perfectly nicely read by Nic, and that ball going more up and down the field, lesser angle going to the red jerseys as Gonzalito has a little chat with Melissa. They've played a lot of polo together, those two right there. They know each other very well. Gonzalito's been as much as a mentor. He's won the U.S. Open with her husband, Mark Ganzi, the Cobra, a.k.a. the Cobra. And Gonzalito also plays at the Aspen Valley Polo Club in the summer times after he gets done playing his tournaments in England. because a lot of the players go from here to England, and then we have, of course, a lot of them come to Aspen. Also, they bring their children, Aspen Valley Polo Club, along with the Grand Champions Polo Club, sister clubs, focus a lot on young players. And if you've watched any of the PTF that we've covered this year, you can understand why. 50 to 80 kids show up to play. And I talk a lot about when I was a kid, I used to sit on the sideline and with my helmet and boots and hope that somebody didn't show up and they needed you to get on their horses and practice. But now we got young players showing up with strings of horses, and these guys are playing so well. It's fun to watch the future of polo grow. And it's done a lot with the PTF and everybody involved. Great job. Open goal penalty on the right-of-way violation, even though it was out to the right side, inside the 60. And anytime a player has a shot on goal, they're going to get an automatic 2 or 3 there. And definitely Roldan would have had a shot on goal, so we get the open goal penalty too. And Gonzalito will pick up another. Number 4 for Gonza, 2 from the penalty line, 2 penalty twos, 1 and 2 from the field. Still pretty even on the bowl-ins. If anything, good D. Nic Roldan, Toccalino in range. Leaves it for Ganza. He's in range. And when I say in range, that's what I mean. Oh, well done, Gonzalito. Well, that's a perfect play because when he goes in there, he's got to pull Barto out of there. Barto can't meet that ball. It would have been 1 meeting 2. That is a high goal play. Even though Ganza wanted to get that ball, he keeps Barto out. Now, Mariano did have Barto going the other way if he hits the penalty shot, but keep an eye on this. But he's got to hit that penalty. See, he had him going. Once he's not, though, it's a broken play, and you got a 2-on-1 here, and Roldan's in the comfort zone there. Had a couple different broken plays today by both teams, and when that happens in the game of polo, it usually hurts the team that broke the play because the opposing team will get a beach ball opportunity inside the 40-yard line. Just bad luck there, Mariano, trying to get the back shot, went off his cane of his mallet. Now, just a little discussion to get the lineups a little cleaned up. Each team looking for an advantage there. We got players kind of jumping a little bit out of the air by Roldan. Good read by Beltran. He'll leave it for. Okay, good job, Melly, getting there, causing that commotion. Want to keep them moving. Keep them thinking about you, Mel, all day long. That's what she does well. She knows where to be. Now, this could be a little breakaway play. Uh-oh, we got Gonzalito on a flyer. And watch out, here comes Pieres. Gonzalito Pieres with 10 lengths. Barto coming in hot. This is going to be a fun finish. Who will get there first? Barto, Gonzalito. Neutral play. Taken out by Mariano Obregon, and we have gone to a different level and pace of speed as they are running and gunning now here at the Stadium Field Grand Champions Polo Club. Beltran's going to slow it down a little bit. Let his players get in position. Looking for Barto, well read by Toccalino. Tail shot. Hit with power. Good read by Roldan. Nic slams on the brakes. Mariano goes flying by, the old Top Gun play. Now he'll slam it to the center. Beltran playing kind of a back today, even though we got the number 4 on Barto. It looks to me like Beltran is hanging back a little more, giving Barto the support system to go forward, which, you can understand why. He's got 2, 4, 6, 7 goals on the day. This is going to be a lesser angle. Who's going to get there first? And it looked like, remember, the player following the right of way, and that's the direction of the ball. The player following that will have the right of way over a player moving towards the ball. So Gonzalito kind of thought he got there first, but if you see that drone footage, and the drone never lies, Barto was actually on the right-of-way, and Ganzi comes over a little bit, and then he didn't swing, thinking that he's riding into the bound. Great sportsmanship there by Gonzalito Pieres. But this is that gray area, and we break this down for you a lot on CTV Sports. The gray area, when we use that term, the gray area 20 yards off of center on either side, that ball's going to get moved. Because of those center hits, it really does not give an advantage to the team that was fouled. And you need to remember, as any time umpire, and you may do in the future, be it a club umpire or professional umpire, the team that fouls, they need to be punished a bit. So the ball is going to get moved a good 100 yards to the 60, and 90 anyways, because 150 from center. And Barto will get his first opportunity at a penalty for 60-yard shot, Castagnola. Wow, that ball's as high as it is long. And you got me on that one. I think the goal judge was kind of like, that ball was so high, it would look like it was coming out of the clouds at him. But just off the left side, looked like there. Remember, they do have the ability to trigger these if they needed. No needed for a trigger. Everybody on the same page on the field. Umpires and goal judges. Goal judges do work with the umpires. Big ball by Toccalino. They've done a great job. This is kind of maybe one of the first or second breakups on the knock-in. So well done here by Barto reading this play, because they've been very successful, the Maltese Falcons today, on their knock-ins, getting positive possessions. Mariano. Well done, Gonzalito. Sitting back playing goalie, in whatever sport you want to call it. But he's goalie. He played the goal perfect. He stopped it right there. Now look at this. Maltese Falcons are on the move once again, but time is clicking down in the fifth. 9-9. We might go into the final chucker tied up. Mariano Obregon goes for the deep, deep next shot. Now, will that ball be on the field or off the field based on the time? It looks like the umpire's pointing that it is on the field. So we'll see where they place this ball, but get ready. You don't want to miss it. We'll be back for our sixth and final chucker. 9-9, 2025 Sterling Cup Final.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
World Polo League is back.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
All right, here we go. Sixth and final chucker. What a match this has been. 2025 Sterling Cup Final. We've been talking about all different breeding operations there. Actually, Gonzalito played with Chicho's horse there. Mariano Gary, Nick Manifold, and Naco Taverna. And then now he's coming out on all his breed. He's going to have a couple opens coming out here. And this should be a very, very strong group. And it looks like Millie's going to be on buttons. She's going to mix it up here a little bit. She's got a number of horses coming in. They mix them up a lot at the end. So that's where I like touching on the breeding operations, because sometimes they will change the horses up based on the timing, based on the score. Very tough one here. Biggest, news flash is 2 unanswered goals in the fifth chucker by Maltese Falcons. Penalty 2 by Gonzalito. Fantastic goal by Nic Roldan, about a good 100 yards out, dead center, daisy cutter, worm burner. And first chucker that the Globalport team did not score a goal. So let's see if they can get the rhythm back. Good defense by the Maltese Falcons in the 5th, but it went back and forth. Mariano's done a good job here. Lucas seems to be okay. We've had some feedback for him, so we were like that. Lucas Diaz Alberdi. Mariano Overgaard, Nino filling in for him. Man, Nino got right in the middle of it. He's plays a lot of high goal polo and you know is tuned up. So you know, sometimes you get the replacement players that come in and you know you got nothing to lose, right? So you just let it roll. And he came right in and snapped a beautiful open back shot, a cut shot. I mean, unbelievable to Barto in the 4th. But then Maltese Falcons just raised the level. This ball actually was off the field, so I do apologize about that. I thought that maybe it was still on the field. The time sometimes is a little different from ours based on the clock on the field at the end if it changes up a little bit, so we do adjust that when needed. So that ball went outfield, so possession for Maltese. And once again, look, another positive possession. And when I say that, getting the ball at least past center field on your knock-in plays. They're going to go coast to coast with it, though, and this would be a great time to get one as Toccalino's going to leave one. Melissa Ganzi might get an opportunity. Oh! Ooh! What a play by Toccalino. Now, it looks unorthodox because he goes to the near side, but he leaves, I believe, Nino a shot, so he can go. Oh. I guess where the ball was, yeah, I mean, it was farther in front, so Nino still had a clean shot. Now, there's no right-of-way on the near side. So if he took the shot completely away from Nino, that would have been a foul, but the ball was actually in front, and Toccalino leaned way up in front where Nino still had an opportunity to back it on the near side. You got to give a play. You can't just take the near side and not give the opposing team an opportunity. So well done, Toccalino. Look at this, 1-goal lead. And must I say, the first lead of the day for the Maltese Falcons. Into the coffin corner they go, and this is going to be a sword fight. Look at these guys. Right on the end line down there. And Barto, oh. Bad luck as Barto had the ball coming across and they were clearing out. So this is another good non-call by the Mount officials. It goes off the back of Gonzalito's horse out of bounds and they will lose possession. So Maltese, let's see if they have another positive knock-in. As I told you, they're pretty much. We'd have to do the math on the knock-ins on how many they actually have had, but I think they've only stolen 1 or 2 Globalport. And this one's going to make it all the way to center. And then we're going to get a whistle on the play. So foul right just before they crossed over center. We'll take a look at it. Gonza with a little pump fake there. Spins it around, gets in front of Barto. Goes to the inside, comes off the stick of Nick, and just a bad luck. Right-of-way violation is that's quick line change, came off the mallet of Nick, and Ganzi was a little bit in front of Barto, so they'll get control Globalport. They get the ball. Now Mel. Melly and Melissa's got a good run here, and she's going to open up this pony and gets it out in front of Buttons, and she carries it down and gets it to about the 80, so she does her job, but Barto Castagnola is going to turn the corner, and oh, watch out, here comes Castagnola again. Luckily, a little bit off to the outside there, and that's going to slow up the pace. And that'll give the Maltese Falcons time to get back on defense. Now, a battle as Obregon pushing Toccalino all the way over, flip to the inside. Now they come together, and somebody is wrong there. And this is always a good one to look at. Now, Obregon wins the ride-off clean here, pushes him wide. Now watch his flip shot to the inside. And now, ooh, he might need to go near side there. This could be, I don't know. We're going to have to see what they decide. This is not an easy one. Now, this could be a trigger also on the contact. So they'll take time on this. Big play, 4:04 on the ground. They're going to probably go to a courtesy change also. And I wouldn't be surprised if they don't maybe take a look at it. Maybe not. Maybe they're just going to keep it on the field. We'll see. All kinds of contact you are allowed to review. And this was not a bad one to review because he flips it to the inside, and then he kind of comes in from behind to go offside. And now Nic, he's 100% on there, but Nic, I believe, should be able to have a play, but not an easy call. Not an easy call. Well done, Obregon, though, because this, first of all, beating Toccalino on the bump, because that's not easy. And then, how's that ball actually moving? That ball might be moving a little bit more for Roldan. Now, they could take this down up and put it frame by frame. It's amazing what they could do in the studios. I work as the IRO sometimes, so I'll give you the info. My system is I watch it on fast speed, then we go into half speed and then slow speed. And then if you can't tell then you can go frame by frame. And that gives you step by step by step. And you'll be surprised how that ball rolls sometimes out there when you have these guys running around. But contact on the play. So we'll see what they decide to do here. Mariano did get over there in time. It looked like he got around the corner. A lot of times when they say a player takes the next shot or on that quick line change, it can be hard to get there. But he definitely had a lesser angle going to the ball there. So that would maybe take Roldan's play out of it. Not an easy one. Not an easy one at all. But it looks like that's what they're going to stay with. I can agree with this by after watching it. Mariano did get over there. Great horse. And I'm not sure what he's riding right now. I don't know if he's riding, if he's on all Lucas's horses or if they're switching them up, because they have a lot of horses over there at Globalport. And very strong horses. Well, there goes the open goal penalty 2, and that'll be the equalizer. We have a polo match for you today. Sterling Cup 2025 has not let us down at all. When we tried to break this down last night, I tried to go through it myself, Jan, Eric Frank, and some of our umpires trying to break it down just on how this game might play out. And wow, both teams are just so well mounted and very well organized. Both are going to do very well, I believe, in the Open this year. We will see. We will see. All right, on the move, picked up here and controlled by Gonzalito Pieres. Ganzi's going to shoot one from way out. This ball, off to the right side. So Gonzalito with an opportunity. And I'm sure they took the courtesy change during the penalty. And remember, but they can change whenever they want. So we'll see what they go to. It goes, look, they're going to a different style here because now Barto's going to bring the ball in. And they're going to send Beltran forward, but it's going to be Mariano Obregon. He's on a flyer. Mariano snapped to the inside, doesn't get the shot he wants. Good read here by Toccalino and Gonzalito. Now, Ganza. Gonna pump fake. Now run with it. Now move it. Well done. Want to keep it moving. Don't want to get called on delay of game. Toccalino, neutral play. Mariano. Looking for Barto. Turned around Obregon. And Obregon looking very comfortable here as Stephanie's going to come over. Well done, Stephanie, on the near side, staying clean on the near side. Now that ball's going to get back across the center. Who can get there? It's going to be Gonzalito. time is at the essence, and it's a pinball machine in there, but it comes off of Barto's mallet and it goes off of Gonzalito's horse's leg. So we will get a knock in here. Checking out the horses, make sure everybody's okay. That ball was bouncing around a little bit. That'll stop the clock. You wouldn't be surprised you don't see a few changes here. With 1:40 on the clock, they had the Kersey change with about 4 minutes left. All the horses are down on this end, so this is going to give an opportunity for everybody to change onto a fresh one if they wanted to. And horse management in these type of situations is a very, very important part of the game. Especially now that Maltese has control here. So a coast-to-coast run would be fantastic. And you know Globalport's going to go hard on defense. Here we go. They're going to stay with Toccalino. They've done this all day long. And you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Short play, and that one's very short. But Nic is going to find it and work to the center, and I think you're going to get Nicky on the run here. Roldan running into your living room. Now looking for Ganzi, but good read by Beltran. Steady Eddie, not the shot that he wanted, though. That's going to be Gonzalito, and look at this. He's got Roldan on the move. Out of the air by Obregon. Sword fight. Nino will win that one, and look at this. They're going to be Barto Castagnola. But Toccalino snapping one down the center. We got a foot race. It's going to be Nic Roldan with 57 seconds on the clock. Opportunity for the Maltese Falcons. Nic with the approach shot inside the 30. Nino's got to check him behind. There's the drag and the high flag. And what a shot by Toccalino to find Nic Roldan. 41 seconds on the clock, though. We still have time. They're going to play this out. Nino had no play. He just had to get into the rumble seat here and hope for the worst. Nic goes to the angle shot. Hit to the left post. Easy to put the ball away. 25 seconds on the clock. Still has time. Globalport, they've gone. They've won bowl-ins, and they've made it down in less than 10 seconds. And look at this. They're going to find it. Barto Castagnola is going to have an opportunity here. Well done, Toccalino. Melissa now. And a whistle on the play. Now, I do not think that we have used a challenge today yet. So, does he stay clean here? Ooh, that's interesting play. Because does Toccalino actually hit the ball? Or does he run across and his horse kick it? The line of the ball will come into play there. And like you said, I believe each team still has their challenge. So he changes the line quickly, and it does bounce off the pony there. But the old line was the line that they were going on, and when Toccalino tries to make a hit, then Barto hits it into his horse and changes the line. Question would be, does Toccalino have the ability to clear out there, or does he come out? I think he's going to find... Okay, so they're going to go ahead, and here Barto changing the right-of-way there, and you can see that Toccalino came over the side, bounces off of his horse, blocking. High goal play by Barto Castagnola, and I told you that 40 seconds was way too much time at the end of the game here, and they're going to go to the 60-yard mark, and he has one opportunity earlier that was just off to the side. Now, does he take it himself again? Does he pass the stick to Beltran? We'll see. I know they all can hit him. I would think Barto probably go for it again. He was just off the mark by a tick. I mean, it was just off the side, his last penalty 4. But he's going to get an opportunity here with 5 seconds on the clock. Now, remember, in the game of polo, if you get down to the final 5 seconds and there is a foul, they will adjust it. So if there was 2 seconds on the clock, they'll put 5 seconds back on the clock. The Maltese Falcons did challenge that call. That call did go to the IRO, and the IRO got to take a look at it. Barto did change the right of way on a super quick play, but yes, that's why he's 10 goals. And I mean, there's not. Okay, so now. Okay, so as a 40. Okay, so they're going to Pelly 460. Okay, yeah. So now we had another challenge on the play, which I like this challenge because you're at the end of the game, and if they go to overtime, they all get another challenge. So why not use your challenge? So they challenged the ball placement. Globalport thought it should have been a 3 instead of a 4. Here comes Barto with the 60-yard. And that thing was moving 130 miles an hour. And they still got a stick on it. Wow, we got to see the replay on this because they still blocked that, but it went through the goal. And that's going to send us to overtime. Let's keep an eye on this ball. Watch this ball fly. Look at this. I think everybody, oh, wow, Nick almost saved that. What a try. So you couldn't ask for anything better. 11-11, 40-some seconds were on the clock to get back to center. They win the bowling. They get to that. We saw all the challenges come into play right at the end. Great jobs by the IROs working it all out. Great job by the umpire group working the game today. And we're going to overtime. So sudden death overtime, first goal to win. And we will start with a bowling from the center. So get ready. You don't want to miss our 7th overtime chucker. We'll be back.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Have an opportunity. Santos Bellini's gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
Okay, welcome back. Couldn't ask for more of an exciting afternoon at the Grand Champions Polo Club Stadium Field. I'd like to take this time also to remind everyone about Sunset Polo International. All proceeds for the Sunset Polo, which you go to sunsetpolo.com, it's going to be on the 21st of March. It's the 7th edition of the Nic Roldan Sunset Polo Party, a.k.a. the White Party, also put on by Grand Ganzi, and all the proceeds go to Kids Cancer Foundation and the PTF. So make sure you go to sunsetpolo.com because tickets are selling out. It's going to be a turnout. You need to go. Here we go, though. It's all about the final trucker here of the 2025 Sterling Cup, and we are in overtime. First goal wins. Sudden death overtime in the game of polo. It can end quickly. And look at this. Roldan is going to drive one and backed off the line by Barto Castagnola. And we're going to run the turn now with Gonzalito. They get a little help from the pony. Mariano Obregon, who's done a fantastic job filling in for Lucas Diaz Alberdi, and they are going for a coast-to-coast run. Can Barto get there once? He leaves it behind for Stephanie. She could have the opportunity. Stephanie shot on goal and just wide to the right, but a nice job here by Stephanie. Lueders doing a good job jumping in that. That's a very fast move right there as they come across. She got an opportunity, but we go back to the knock-in. These teams have been even across the board. It's been nip and tuck all day long. Anybody could win this one. Got to be hard to see. Whoever gets a chance, Nick will just put it away. But look at this. Toccalino now. He's got room to work. Mariano will push him into the coffin corner. Santi. Toccalino. Good turn and burn. He's going to have a chance here. Watch the rotation. Nick in behind. Perfect. He'll give it to Nick. Inside the 60, Nick with the shot on goal, goes off the pony. Toccalino will have a chance here. Stolen away, could be trouble in paradise. Good recover by Gonzalito Pieres. Or Barto was gone. Gonza just came out of nowhere to make that hook, and now they'll give it back to Nick. Barto snaps one. Who will get there first, Mariano or Gonza? Going to the speed stick. We got a foot race, and Mariano has got the outside. Gonza on the inside. Shot on goal. He leaves it for Castagnola. That's going to be a good play. Barto works it in once. Now Nick comes in for the steal. Gonzalito trying to get it by Barto. Barto going for the next shot, and it's going to go wide. Wow, and watch Gonzalito. He's going to run off the field really quick right now. So he'll change horses. And wow, what an overtime chucker. You might get an all change here. And you are. It looks like they might go to a courtesy change in the overtime chucker because, remember, it's an overtime chucker, and they have come out of the gates like the Kentucky Derby. Both teams started just running and gunning. I thought the Nic was going to drive one. That ball was just on the doorstep. Barto was there, though, to back it out, and then it just became fun to watch. Everybody was just bouncing around, and great defense by both teams. No team actually got another true breakaway. This was the closest here. This is going to be the second knock-in in this overtime chucker. Stephanie had an opportunity, and Barto had an opportunity. Good defense, though, by the Maltese Falcons. A little break in the action. Everybody be on fresh legs. And that means you got to watch out. Because Mariano Obregon, he was on a flyer there, and it looked like he might have been able to take it all the way in, but they went to the control play. As Barto came in behind him, he left it for him. Barto did his job to get to the space that he likes to be in, just kind of went off to the outside. Good defense by Gonzalito Pieres. You can't really, just well done by everybody. Making it hard on Barto so he didn't get a clean next shot. Barto and Beltran right there on the far right side, talking out. Melly kind of milling around the left side over here, not giving him any ideas. The three musketeers, as we call them, right there. Nic, Gonzalito, and Toccalino talking this one out. And I remember I told you their knock-ins have been positive knock-ins. I mean, I'm coaching either of these teams today. They've both done a very good job, but I might have to give the edge on the knock-ins to the Maltese Falcons. Globalport has done a very good job of mixing it up, and Barto scoring 90% of the goals, so they're using him. It looks like we do have timeout for a horse. So that'll make round. Barto at the moment, he had 2 in the first from the field, then 2 penalty shots in the second, another goal in the third, 2 in the fourth. Then they went dry in the fifth, and that's where it didn't hurt them. They left 9-9, but then Barto scores 2 more penalties in the sixth, and, well, you know, you can't you got to put the penalty 4 as the most memorable one because there were 5 seconds on the clock. He tied the score. They went into overtime. The lead has been held by Globalport since the second chucker. They left the first chucker with Maltese Falcons. They're both 22-goal teams. No handicap, 3-2. Then 2 unanswered goals by the Globalport made it 4-3. Then another 2-1, making it 6-4 at halftime. Little comfort zone, but not much. Then 9-7 or 8-7. I'm sorry, 9-7. And this is where both teams played very well in the fourth. I mean, I got to give it up. The horses, they all came out and were fantastic, too. 3 goals from the field by the Globalport team, 2 from the field and 1 from the penalty line by the Falcons, Maltese Falcons, in the fourth. And then the fifth, Maltese Falcons took over. They got that. They actually got it back to even, 9-9. And then it was a great 6 chart. Just an amazing 2025 Sterling Cup final. 22 goals, but I got to tell you, both teams, I really enjoy the way these two play the game. They seem to play at a high level. You know, they played the World Pole League at 26 goals. And both teams are showing that high level of using the back shot and moving the ball and passing very, very well. Here we go. Everybody back on top. Looks like Mariano Obregon, who we're waiting on him. He's cool. He's on a new one. And now it'll be Maltese. They're going to get it over center again, but stolen away by Beltran Lauhle. Good job, Gonzalito. Defense has just been hellacious by both teams. Nic turns it inside, and whistle. Let's take a look at it. Ball gets hit down the field here by Mariano, and Mariano gets pushed over, and then Nic has it right there in front of him, and then Mariano comes in. All right, now remember, in the overtime, Chucker, both teams will receive another challenge. And I like the way they do this because if the game was to end on a penalty shot, then the umpire team, because of course the team, if you're going to lose on a penalty shot, you're probably gonna challenge it. So it does give the game, some authenticity, but basically by giving that opportunity to let the technology help the team make a 100% call. Here we go. Big ball as this one's going to go down inside, but well read by Lauhle. Picked up now by Barto. Turns it around, and look at this. Gonzalito right with him. That was a ballet dance if you ever saw one. Those horses spinning perfectly together. Now this one comes across the center, and everybody is mounted up here in this final as they come together. Turn, look at this. Gonza takes it to the inside. He's got Nic going forward now. Gonzalito looking for a little help. Little outlet pass to Nic. Nic goes to the inside, switches to the near side, looking for Melissa Ganzi. Melly might have an opportunity off the field. So now the shoe is on the other foot with 3 minutes left in the overtime, Chucker, and Globalport will take over. Wow, nail biter. I know Barto's saying, I'm going coast to coast, man. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. I know Maltese ready to go. Maltese going to get in there. Just keep a little pressure on him. Try to get him to release it. Now Nic is a switch. Barto's going to keep it going here. Uh-oh, broken head on the mallet. Could be tough for Barto. Nic's going to take it way back, and I'm talking about 100 yards back, and get into the corner here. He'll slow it up. Barto still with no stick, or actually he grabbed Stephanie's stick. Good job here by Stephanie. She actually gave her stick to Barto. He's not going to get a timeout for this. He's going to have to grab his own stick or get over there. Stephanie can go grab one of his now. Now Barto, we'll see how good he does with Stephanie's stick. Good job by Stephanie to give Barto, you want the 10-goaler and 22-goal team, you got to have a stick in his hand. Now, it'll be the rotation play. Stephanie should be coming back probably with one of Barto's sticks, I would think. But she might just grab another one of her own. We'll see. Now, Gonzalito stops it, turns it, goes under the neck with it. Melissa's going to get in there, give and go, off the pony. Melly might get a chance. And here comes Barto again. And we're going to click down to a minute and a half. We might be going to 8 chuckers. Back and forth, control play by Castagnola. The gray mare is beautiful. He is just getting done a lot of business on her. Barto's going to drive one, and does this have the legs? Yes, it does, but it doesn't have the eyes. And that was with Stephanie's stick. This guy, man, he's fun to watch. The clock goes tick, tick, tick. And knock-in coming, and I think everybody was changing. Or maybe it clicked down on us, but it looks like maybe they're giving an all change here because, again, they've been running everywhere. And, yeah, they're switching them up. Everybody jumping on something new as the clock still ticks down here. Great job by the pony lines. The pit crews have been doing an incredible job today. Quite a great heads-up play there by Stephanie. I got to tell you, by giving Barto her stick and then going off and grabbing another one, Barto almost makes one from like 100 yards with her stick. Now, polo players do they all have favorite different types of mallets. Some people like them with bigger grips, smaller grips, longer slings, shorter slings, heavier heads, lighter heads, you name it, whip ear, non-whip ear. So, there's a lot of different, just all different styles. And I doubt that Stephanie and Barto probably use a similar stick just because Barto being 10 goals, probably might use a bit of a heavier stick, but maybe Stephanie does. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't want to speak for her. Some ladies do like using a heavier stick. Some pros like using a larger grip. Some use a smaller grip. It all is preference. The sling, we talked a lot about that. It is a longer sling. So 104 to be precise. Now, we already know what you can do at 40 seconds on a polo game, so here we go with 64 seconds. See what happens. Outlet pass. It's going to be Nick. Breakaway play coming. Nobody home. Stephanie. Good angle. Well done. Perfectly hit to Castagnola. Barto in the same position that he was in, and the six chucker. Now in control. Gonzalito tries to steal it. They come together. Barto, 30 seconds on the clock. Stolen away by Toccalino. Toccalino, if he gets the back shot here, he's going to get Gonzalito. No, he's going to get Melissa Ganzi. Melissa in the zone. Melissa shot on goal just over the top of it. Cleaned up nicely by Globalport. And you can see the clock in the background there. We're tuned in together. 18 seconds on the clock. Brought out now by Mariano Obregon. He's going to go to the center, and I got a feeling we're going to 8 chuckers. Everybody running, gunning. Here comes Barto. Snap on the near side, but that's going to end it. And we're going to be right at the center of the field here. And, yeah, unless he hit that ball before the second horn where the buzzer beater would come and play, because like basketball, we have the buzzer beater. If you hit the ball before the second horn and no, that ball goes through the goal without a player touching it, and no, we're going to 8 chuckers. Woo! 2025 Sterling Cup. You don't want to miss it. We're going to take another little break, get everybody on fresh horses, and we're going to be back for our 8th chucker. Like Argentina.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, it's like a big family. We're all, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Give me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
Have an opportunity. Santi Toccalino gonna fire one from 60. Oh, off the post.
The 7th annual Nic Roldan Sunset Polo White Party is back.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, you know, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready for our 8th chucker, second overtime chucker. Now, remember, we talked this now. The last year's one, it actually marked the first time that a mother-son duo, because we were talking about Cambiaso's playing with his kids, but actually the Sterling Cup being won with Melissa and Grant playing together. And so this is a cup they all want to win. I got to tell you, it has been a fantastic polo game to watch. Just first class. Horses, players, great job by umpire, group, and now it's all going to come down to, well, you never know. They keep playing until somebody scores, but the first goal will win, and here comes Gonzalito Pieres, chucker number 8. Gonza, one time down the left side, looking for Nick, and Barto will pick this one up and carry it out on the gray. Barto back to the inside. Looks like he likes the gray. So he's going to keep this one going by himself. Now, Gonzalito has kind of sacrificed himself to Barto here in the overtime chucker. Oh, a little drop play. Whoa, look at this horse that Beltran's on, spinning it around, gets it back under control, and it will be Lauhle on the move. Give and go, looking for Barto around the 60. Castagnola with an opportunity out of the air. Everybody coming. Loose ball play. Toccalino, oh, look, Toccalino's going. Barto steals it around the center, right in front of goal. He taps to the right. Nick comes in. They all come together. Barto will fire one, and what a melee of plays in the goal mouth. But it looked clean everywhere. I mean, I'm seeing the replays, just a dance down in the middle. Nothing to do. Barto just taking it as hard as he could from all different angles and firing away. Congratulations to Globalport, but what a sensational game. Maltese Falcons, I mean, what a fantastic Melissa game. Here's our stats. Let's look at them real quick. 12-11, 24 shots on goal, 19 by the Maltese Falcons. I mean, you remember, 13 goals, you're just killing it, and both these teams are scoring goals. Throw-ins are even. Knock-ins, look at 8 and 12, not that much different on the misses. It's just a sensational polo game. You know, of course, someone's always got to win it. Congratulations to Globalport. As Stephanie Lueders, she's going to go ahead and get the win here with Beltran Lauhle. Barto Castagnola, Mariano Obregon, Nino filling in for Lucas Diaz, Alberdi. Great job, Lucas. And, of course, Maltese Falcons, Melissa Ganzi, Nic Roldan, Gonzalito Pieres, and Santi Toccalino. We are going to go ahead and send this out to the field. We're going to take a little break, especially I'm sure all the players are pretty tired after playing, well, 7.5 chukkers. And we're going to go ahead and throw it out to the field to my man, Jan Edik Frank, where they'll bring you up close and personal with all the players, the best playing ponies, and our trophy presentation. I'm Dale Schwetz, and I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports when I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, before we start, I think it's only right that we give these two teams who played 8 chukkers a massive round of applause. Well done to Globalport and well done to the Maltese Falcons. Well played. And the lovely Leah Logue is going to be conducting the prize presentation. We're going to start off with the best playing pony blanket of the Grand Champions Polo Club of this final, the Sterling Cup. The pony has already left, but nonetheless, we are still going to present the blanket to the man who rode her. The name of the pony was Catwoman. She was ridden by Gonzalito Pieres in the first chukker. She's owned and bred by Santorita. Please step forward. There he is. A round of applause for Catwoman and Gonzalito Pieres. Right, Lee, are you ready? Now then, we're going to start, of course, with the runners-up, defending champions from last year, ladies and gentlemen. The Maltese Falcons, please, a big, big round of applause for the number 1. The captain, give it up for Melissa Ganzi. At number 2, what another masterclass performance, scoring 4 goals. Please give it up for Mr. Nic Roldan. And a man who also scored 4 goals, ladies and gentlemen. One of those, of course, on Catwoman. Give it up, if you would, for Gonzalito Pieres. Well done, Gonzalito. And a man who scored 3 goals, but what a machine, what a powerhouse. Santi Toccalino. Well done, Santi. And now over to the winners, Globalport. And I just had a few moments to talk to Stephanie Lueders. She was obviously miffed that she didn't make that winning goal, but she'll be happy that the team won. Ladies and gentlemen, please step forward at number 1, Stephanie Lueders. Now, of course, Lucas isn't here, but instead of him, we had... Oh, there he is. No, he's not there. There he is. We had 2 players playing the number 2. We've got Lucas Diaz Alberdi, and of course the number 2 coming in, Nino Obregon. Well done, boys. At number 3, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for the very strong playing Beltran Lauhle. And at number 4, ladies and gentlemen, he only scored 11 goals. Give it up for Barto Castagnola. Now, before we present that beautiful trophy, you're doing a great job, Leah. You're doing a great job. We still have one more award to give, and that is, of course, the award for the MVP, the most valuable player. I'm sure it'll come as no surprise to you that it's not me, but Barto Castagnola. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your MVP, your most valuable player, Barto Castagnola. Well done, Barto. And if I could now kindly ask the Maltese Falcons to exit stage left. Thank you very much. The moment that Globalport have been waiting for, the presentation and the lifting of that beautiful Sterling Cup. Once again, if you would, please put your hands together. I give you your new Sterling Cup final champions, Globalport, Stephanie, Lucas, Beltran, Barto, and Nino. Look at that. Brilliant. From all of us here at Grand Champions Polo Club, and of course from CTV Sports, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. A big thank you to one and all. It's been emotional. It's been a great afternoon. Make sure you come and see us again here at Grand Champions. From all of us, have a safe trip home, and we'll see you next week.